Seattle City Light's hydroelectric project on the Skagit River brings with it many advantages and responsibilities. The renewable fuel for the electric generator turbines is the water flowing into the reservoirs in the upper Skagit watershed. Even though City Light's dams are located above natural barriers to migrating salmon, City Light recognizes that its operations must be performed responsibly, providing water flows that maintain healthy environments for all fish in the river. In addition, City Light has an active program to preserve habitat in the watershed. 12,000 acres have been purchased since 1990 and are now protected from development by City Light. Boulder Creek is the latest purchase and is the largest single parcel of land to be added to that protected habitat. In mid-June 2008, Seattle City Light Superintendent Jorge Carrasco presented Seattle City Council member Bruce Harrell the deed to the land that will be preserved as habitat for several endangered and threatened species.
This particular acquisition is particularly critical because it complements in a very significant way a long history on the part of the utility to really do what needs to be done to preserve critical habitat. And you know, like most things that are really important, they don't happen without having the cooperation and the support of a lot of people.
Superintendent Carrasco and City Council Energy and Technology Chair Harrell both recognize several partners who helped make possible the purchase of the Boulder Creek site. The Department of Natural Resources made available contiguous property and will oversee the preservation of the land. The purchase was made possible by a matching grant from the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. The Nature Conservancy was responsible for finding and recommending this critical habitat as deserving of preservation. City Light contributed more than $300,000 for the purchase. Councilmember Harrell summed up the importance of this partnership.
At the end of this sort of short life of ours, we try to preserve this environment, preserve that which matters most to us, and those that we love, and those that we care about. And it's all tied in one. And so this morning, as we visited other areas, looked at the dam, looked at the Environmental Learning Center, we saw more evidence of sort of the results of this partnership, where we're bringing youth from Mount Vernon into Seattle schools and other areas to look at, again, what's most important is our environment.
At a site overlooking the Boulder Creek land, City Light fish biologist Ed Connor explained why this property is so valuable to the health of the Skagit watershed.
It's a strategic purchase because it's the largest private remaining ownership under logging in the lower watershed, and it was identified in the Skagit watershed planning by the scientists as a high-risk sediment area. This watershed is still intact and will remain intact because of our conservation ownership. The one down is Jordan Creek, and that one was logged very heavily, and it's had a lot of major landslides, and the fish runs have just basically been wiped out.
In addition to salmon, bull trout and steelhead will benefit from the protection of this land. Other benefits include the old-growth forest within the property that has potential to provide habitat for spotted owl and the endangered marble murrelet seabirds. A little more than $1 million in federal and City Light funds were paid for the Boulder Creek property. Peter Clark for Seattle City Light.